We want to turn now to Capitol Hill, where House Republicans are struggling to reach a consensus on President Trump's budget bill. The legislation passed the Senate yesterday, but some Republican holdouts aren't happy with the changes made in the upper chamber. Earlier, House Speaker Mike Johnson said lawmakers will need to compromise.
We can't make everyone 100% happy. It's impossible. This is a deliberative body. It's a legislative process. By definition, all of us have to give up on our personal preferences. I never got to ask anybody to compromise core principles, but preferences must be yielded for the greater good.
CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion has been following all of this. She joins us now. Nikole, what is the latest status of this bill in the House?
Yeah, well, I would point out that the speaker's comments there were in response to a question that I asked him about some of the meetings that he is having with members, including some of those holdouts, like several members of the House Freedom Caucus, including the chair, who has continued to say that he is opposed to moving forward with this package. So as you heard the speaker lay out there, he believes that people at some point need to put their differences aside for the greater good of advancing the president's agenda here. So those are some of the conversations that are happening behind closed doors. But even as some of these holdouts are starting to emerge from these various closed door discussions, some of them are saying they are undecided. They're not sure if there's going to be a resolution tonight. They're still not on board with the bill. So we continue to be in this holding pattern where we still have not cleared this procedural vote just to start voting on the package in full.
What are the main sticking points that still need to be resolved as they continue to talk about they need to compromise?
Well, in terms of some of these conservative Republicans, members of the Freedom Caucus more specifically, some of their concerns have to do with some of the changes that were made to the Senate bill. Obviously, these are fiscal hawks. And so when they sent this package over, it came back about $1 trillion more expensive. The CBO projects it'll add some $3.3 trillion to the national debt. I believe the House bill was projected to add about $2.4 billion. So that is a big spike. And obviously, their big thing is we don't want to keep adding to the debt and deficit. We have to bend the cost curve at some point. The other issue that some of them have are with these green energy or clean energy tax credits. They were pushing for pretty harsh cuts in the House package. The Senate did make some harsher cuts, but then rolled some of them back. So there have been some discussions with the White House on that front. At the end of the day, what one of these holdouts told me is that, right now they're just trying to discuss whether or not some of their concerns can be addressed by perhaps maybe sending this bill back to the Senate again, or whether they can be addressed through executive action. And so that's some of the discussions that were occurring. For instance, we saw the Office of Management and Budget Director Russ Vought come up here to Capitol Hill after some of these members had already been at the White House earlier in the day meeting with the president. So from that standpoint, they are just looking to see how their concerns can be addressed.
All right. Well, we know you will be following it all. Nikole Killion, thank you.